Journalist friends, good afternoon. Welcome to the press conference, and now the floor is open.
Xinhua News Agency. Ahead of UNGA's 80th session, several U.S. lawmakers released a statement accusing the Chinese mainland of misrepresentation of UNGA Resolution 2758, claiming that the mainland has sought to falsely conflate UNGA Resolution 2758 with its One China principle and diplomatically isolate Taiwan, and calling on the international community to support Taiwan's meaningful participation in the UN and its agencies. What's your comment? The Cairo Declaration and the Potsdam Proclamation explicitly demands that all the territories Japan has stolen from the Chinese, such as Manchuria, Formosa, and the Pescadores, shall be restored to China. This constitutes an important part of the post-World War II international order. Taiwan is part of China. It is based on these facts and prerequisites that in 1971, the 26th session of UNGA adopted Resolution 2758 with an overwhelming majority restoring all lawful rights of the People's Republic of China in the UN. The resolution reaffirmed that there is but one China in the world. Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory. The government of the People's Republic of China is the sole legal government representing the whole of China, and there is no such thing as two Chinas or one China, one Taiwan. To this day, UNGA Resolution 2758 remains a valid and relevant document. It not only established the iron rule that must not be bent, but also an absolute principle that is part and parcel of the existing international order. Anything said or done to challenge the resolution amounts to an attempt to shake the foundation of the post-war international order and interfere in China's internal affairs. Such attempts will not succeed. From a historic perspective, during UNGA's deliberation on the draft of Resolution 2758, a couple of countries put together a dual representation proposal to create two Chinas or one China, one Taiwan. The proposal never passed and was ditched. What did not happen back then will certainly not happen today. From a legal perspective, the UNGA resolution resolved once and for all the question of the representation of the whole of China, including Taiwan, in the UN. The resolution has extensive legal authority. From 1971 to 1972, agencies of the UN system successively expelled representatives of the Taiwan authorities and restored the lawful seats of the People's Republic of China in accordance with the resolution. The UN Secretariat also issued clear legal opinions emphasizing that, quote, Taiwan has no independent status as a province of China, end of quote. In practice, since the adoption of UNGA Resolution 2758, the UN system and other international and regional organizations have adhered to the One China principle and made it clear that any matter related to the Taiwan region's participation in the activities of international organizations shall be handled under the One China principle. The UN official documents refer to Taiwan as, quote, Taiwan province of China. In total, 183 countries have established diplomatic relations with China on the basis of the One China principle. Let me stress once again that the future of the Taiwan region lies in the reunification of China. With a strong and prosperous motherland, our Taiwan compatriots will enjoy broader space for development, and they will feel more secure and dignified. Nothing whatsoever will ever stop China's reunification. Next one, please.
Thank you. Question from Reuters.
路透社 K 签证在世界范围内引起了很大关注，尤其是在印度。你能否分享一下有关 K 签证的新信息或细节？该类签证将于周三生效。能否介绍申请流程、费用以及中国政府为说服 K 签证持有人来中国而提供的福利和激励措施？此外 ，K 签证持有者是否更容易携带家人和获得永久居留权，相比其他类型的签证持有者而言 To promote exchanges and cooperation between young science and technology talents between China and other countries, China decided to add a new type of visa to its ordinary visa categories, namely key visa. For more details about the key visa, I would refer you to the information soon to be released by Chinese embassies and consulates overseas. Next one, please.
发言人好，香港中评社记者提问：近期
The Taiwan authorities have in recent weeks sent people in various capacities to visit countries under different pretexts. Can I have your comment on that? We have noted the developments. The Lai Ching-tu authorities sent people in so-called private or unofficial capacity to countries in the name of promoting trade, tech, and culture, through which they blatantly peddle disinformation and fallacies to advance their separatist agenda, woo external forces to back their quest for Taiwan independence, and hide their embarrassing governing incompetence through boastful acts. They've put a heinous show in front of the world, only to once again lay bare their nefarious agenda and despicable game. Nothing they do will ever change the fact that Taiwan is part of China, or the overwhelming international commitment to the One China principle. Let me stress again that there is but one China in the world. Taiwan is an inalienable part of Chinese territory, and the government of the People's Republic of China is the sole legal government representing the whole of China. This is a prevailing international consensus and the basic norm governing international relations. The One China principle is the prerequisite and basis for the establishment and development of diplomatic ties between China and all other countries. Certain Western politicians, to seek selfish interests, are hell-bent on having official interactions with Taiwan region. That is bound to have an impact on bilateral trust and mutually beneficial cooperation with China. We urge the countries concerned to adhere to their political commitment to China, honor their commitment to One China through concrete action, make sure the relevant politicians make a clean break with Taiwan independent separatists, and not continue to stand on the opposite side of over 1.4 billion Chinese people. Nothing will stop the Chinese people from realizing our just cause of national rejuvenation. Nothing will cut the overwhelming international commitment to the One China principle. Any attempt to challenge the One China principle, the international rule of law, or the international order will be jointly rejected by the entire Chinese nation and the people of any peace-loving country that supports justice.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
Question from Reuters.
路透社前香港雨伞运动学生领袖罗冠聪在周六被拒绝入境新加坡，并被送回旧金山。新加坡与香港是否仍有引渡条约？新加坡不应该把罗冠聪送回香港吗？
I'm not familiar with that. Countries have the right to make their own decisions regarding entry and exit affairs. The person you mentioned faces an arrest warrant of Hong Kong police for engaging in anti-China activities and seeking to destabilizing Hong Kong.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。中国日报记者提问：近日，台湾当局发布新版海洋政策白皮书。
The Taiwan authorities have recently released the latest National Ocean Policy White Paper, claiming that activities of the Coast Guard vessels by the mainland around Diaoyudao disrupted Japanese vessels and fishing ships in relevant waters. They add that the mainland uses to demonstrate their sovereignty over the disputed island. What's your comment? Diaoyudao and its affiliated islands have always been Chinese territory. In response to provocations that harms China's territorial sovereignty, the Chinese government absolutely needs to take what is necessary. relevant firm countermeasures are legitimate, lawful, and beyond reproach. Both sides of the Taiwan Strait belong to one and the same China. To uphold national sovereignty and territorial integrity is the shared responsibility of all the Chinese people on both sides of the strait. The DPP authorities have caught black-white, betrayed their ancestor, completely forfeited the national stance, and undermined the interests of the Chinese nation as a whole. Their moves once again reveal what the Taiwan independent separatist forces have tried every means and acted unscrupulously for their selfish political gains. They will be despised by Chinese people on both sides and will held accountable by history. Next one, please.
Reuters. During
路透社外交部长王毅会见朝鲜外相崔善基时表示，共同促进地区和平与发展是我们的责任。朝鲜领导人金正恩表示，朝鲜永远不会放弃核武器。中方是否支持朝鲜使用和发展核武器用于自卫？中方目前对此持何立场？
关于中朝
On the meeting between China and DPRK foreign ministers, China has released a readout which you may refer to. China's position and policy on the Korean Peninsula issue is consistent and clear. China will continue to play a constructive role for safeguarding the peace and stability in the peninsula and the political settlement of the Korean Peninsula issue in its own way. Next one, please.
Good afternoon, Bloomberg News.
彭博社，据《华尔街日报》周日报道，中国正在推动美国政府改变涉台的官方措辞。中方正要求美方官方宣布反对台独。此前美方是说他不支持台独。外交部对此有何评论？能否介绍更多双方磋商的细节？The Taiwan question is at the core of China's core interests, and the first red line that cannot be crossed in the China-US relations. The One China principle is a basic norm in international relations and a prevailing international consensus. It is also the political foundation of China-US relations. Upholding the One China principle absolutely entails opposing Taiwan independence. Next one, please.
So just now you said upholding the.
刚才你提到维护一个中国原则，就意味着反对台独。美国其实并没有反对台独，它只是不支持台独。中方是否在推动美国改变这一政策？
回答了你提到的有关问题。
I've just take your question. We urge the U.S. to abide by the One China principle and the principles in 3 China-U.S. joint communiques to handle Taiwan-related issues.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
谢谢发言人澎湃新闻提问。据报道，27日，印多。
It is reported that at least 36 people were killed and over 50 people injured in a stampede at a campaign rally of popular actor in India on September 27th. What's your comment? We take note of this tragedy and express our deep condolences for the victims. Our heart goes out to their families and those who are injured. In the wake of the incident, China's embassy in India expresses grief and sympathies. According to what we've learned, no Chinese fatalities or injuries have been reported so far.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
.还有其他问题吗？
Any other questions?
好，今天的记者。
This is the end of today's press conference. Thank you.